Okay, so you've probably seen this absolutely blowing up on social media. It's a firestorm, and it's all about something most of us have in our fridge right now: milk. But this is way more than just a debate. We're talking a full-blown boycott with some pretty dramatic videos making the rounds. Right, and this is the image that really says it all. All over TikTok and Facebook, you have videos of people doing just this, dumping entire cartons of milk right down the sink. So the huge question is, why on earth would they do that? And let's be clear, this isn't just a handful of people. It's a huge viral movement. Shoppers are furious, and they're promising to stop buying from one of the biggest dairy producers in Europe, Arla Foods. And it's all because they're afraid the products are, and this is their word, contaminated.
And the scale of this thing is just massive. There's literally a blacklist going around online, and it's filled with some of the most famous brands in the UK. You've got Arla Cravendale Milk, Lurpak, Anchor Butter, and it even pulls in partners like Starbucks and McDonald's. Supermarkets like Tesco and Aldi are on the list too, just because they stock their Arla products.
This quote right here really says it all. It's from a TikTok user pointing at the Arla logo on an Asda milk carton. You can just feel the anger behind it. It's personal, it's direct, and it's an attitude that's spreading like wildfire. So what is this supposed contaminant that has everyone so upset? Well, the whole thing boils down to one single ingredient, a new feed additive called Bovaer. So let's break down what this stuff actually is and why it's causing such a storm. You know, on paper, its purpose sounds pretty noble. Bovaer is a supplement that gets mixed into cattle feed, and its main job? To cut down on how much methane cows burp out. And since methane is a really potent greenhouse gas, this whole thing is being sold as a win for the climate. So what's actually in it? Okay, the main ingredient is a chemical called 3-nitrooxypropanol. Yep, 3-NOP for short. It's mixed with a couple of other things, silicon dioxide and propylene glycol. And as you're about to see, these are the chemical names that are now at the very center of all the fear online. Which brings us right to the claims that are fueling this entire boycott. The things people are saying online about Bovaer are, well, they're pretty alarming. So let's look at exactly what the allegations are.
The biggest one, the most serious claim, is that Bovaer is a carcinogen, that it causes cancer. This idea comes from some safety studies that were done on rats, and it's a huge, huge driver of the public panic.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. Another huge claim you'll see is that Bovaer can damage male fertility. And people are pointing to a U.S. Food and Drug Administration document as proof. And you know what? That warning is real. But, and this is a huge but, the context is everything. That warning is for industrial workers who are handling the raw, super concentrated stuff, telling them to wear protective gear. It's not a warning for you and me drinking a glass of milk. And, of course, what's a viral panic without a good conspiracy theory? The rumor spreading everywhere is that Bill Gates is the one funding Arbella's use of this stuff. The reality? Gates did invest in a company called Ruminate, which is working on a similar product, but it's a totally different company. The two have just been wrongly tangled together online. Okay, so that's the story you'll see on social media. But what about the other side? What are the official regulators and the company itself saying about all this chaos? Well, the UK's Food Standards Agency put out this statement, and it's about as clear as it gets. They say, point blank, that the milk is safe to drink, and that Bovaer went through, their words, rigorous safety assessments before it was ever approved for use. The company that makes Bovaer explains the process like this. The cow eats the supplement. It then breaks down super quickly inside the cow's stomach into things that are already there naturally. It does its job, reduces the methane, and, this is the key part they stress, it does not transfer into the milk. And to go back to that cancer claim for a second, the official analysis found something pretty crucial. While an early look did raise some questions, a more detailed follow-up showed that the rats given Bovaer didn't actually get cancer any more often than the rats that weren't. Basically, the scientists concluded it wasn't the cause. So, after hearing all of that, what are we supposed to make of this? You're basically left with two completely different stories unfolding at the same time, and it creates a real dilemma for all of us as shoppers. So which is it? Is Bovaer an amazing climate solution that's just getting dragged through the mud online? Or is it a real consumer risk that people are absolutely right to be worried about? That's really the question at the core of this whole thing. And this sums it up perfectly. You have two camps. On one side, you've got online activists and shoppers who are genuinely scared about contamination and the unknown long-term risks of what they see as an unnatural additive. Then, on the other side, you have the regulators and the companies saying, hey, trust us, the science is solid, and this is a safe way to help the planet.
Ultimately, this whole saga leaves us with a question that's so much bigger than milk. In this age where news and, well, fake news can spread to millions in an instant, how are we supposed to tell the difference between being cautious and just giving in to panic? It's a real challenge, and it's one we're all dealing with, one viral video at a time.